District Attorney Sam Bregman vows to hold people accountable who are breaking the law in the International District, and he even challenged us to come back in 45 days and see if they've made a difference. When a crime happens, investigators are looking for clues, and DNA samples could be paramount, but it could take investigators months before they receive back a DNA sample. But now there's a new tool that could cut that time down to just 90 minutes. Now, as you can imagine, many Republicans are thrilled about this visit from the former president, while Democrats are downplaying it and the effect it will have on the election. Deputies say one of the first things you can do is make sure that you don't leave holiday packages unattended on your front porch for a long time. Instead, make plans to come home and pick them up. And if you're out of town, have a neighbor grab your packages. Yeah, Doug and Darlene, I did talk to P&M earlier today, and they told me that they are going to have crews on standby ready to respond to any emergencies or power outages that may occur later in the week. But they did also say that you, the customer, and yes, that is correct, you, the customer, can be a big help as well. First things first, if you lose power, report it. This week, a judge ordered that the voting rights of approximately 11,000 felons be restored, and these documents explain every detail. Now, we are here on Gibson between San Mateo and Carlisle, where there have been more than 40,000 violations issued, with the top speeder going more than 150 miles per hour. Now, as many of you already know, the historic floods in Roswell have caused an extensive amount of damage, and city officials are just trying to figure out how long the recovery process will be and how much money it will cost. Well, that's correct. A lot of the shelters that I did speak with earlier today told me that they've received a number of calls from people looking for a warm place to stay, and a lot of those shelters are full. But that's why people are coming together to lay down additional beds like the ones you see here at the farmers market in Santa Fe. Yeah, Darlene, during that conversation, the Attorney General said that he found proof that the social media platform did not protect its users. Instead, they allowed sextortion and simply turned a blind eye. Just 1 week ago, Annette Baca was able to hug her son. Now she's no longer able to do that after his body was discovered near this area, and he is just one of 7 homicides that we've seen since Saturday.
Like, when is it gonna be over? Wondering if I'll ever be sober, always alone.
It's been really hard. It's been so rough.
Tears roll down Annette Baca's face as she continues to search for answers, like what happened to her son, Adam Morris, the night he died.
I'm not getting any answers from the detectives, from nobody, you know? All the people are saying is that it was road rage, but I don't believe that it was a road rage.
But what we do know is that police found Adam's body near Hermosa Drive in Ramona around 6 in the morning after he was shot.
There's like this numbness, this hole there, like, I don't know, and I don't think it's something that could ever get repaired. It's just you have to learn how to live with it.
Adam's loved ones are just one of several families dealing with these emotions. The latest homicide numbers released by APD show more than 50 murders under investigation as of last Friday.
You're not even safe out there, you know? I don't even like to go anywhere because you don't know what could happen.
In the meantime, Adam's family continues to push for justice for a person they described as a bright light. And without him, life is just a bit dimmer.
My head is just not here today, or I don't think it's going to be the same anymore.
Now, we did reach out to APD for updated homicide numbers. That request has not yet been filled. We will get you those numbers when they become available. Reporting in Albuquerque, Corey Howard, KOAT, Action 7 News.
It's hard to ask for help.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't realize how prideful you are until you need it. And swallowing that pride is hard.
Missy Granger owned 2 businesses, Z's Bud Board and Z's Bud Board Smoke Shop, both businesses located on 200 Meacham Drive. Granger and her family originally planned to help Ruidoso fire victims by taking donations and giving to those in need. But a recent flood completely wiped them out. Now, typically that rain will come from somewhere such as higher ground and eventually wash out into a lower level such as this stream and cause excessive flooding as well as hazardous conditions. And to take an example and a look at that, take a look over my shoulder. You will see where there is water as well as mud, and there's more damages to even more buildings further back. Granger's business ruined like many others. And now she's asking tough questions.
They know these are mountains. They know fires happen. What did they do to prepare for anything like this?
The building that stood tall for 70 years, swept away in floodwaters, and Granger's insurance company is unwilling to offer help.
I thought since we pay $6,000 a year for insurance, that the insurance company would have made sure we were covered in the right ways.
The explanation she was given is she doesn't have flood insurance, but her dispute is that the floods were a result of the fire.
Let's be honest, the floods wouldn't have happened.
Now Granger and her family are left with dealing with the aftermath. While it may be a long road to recovery, she says all she needs is a little help and some time. Reporting in Rio Doso, Corey Howard, KOAT, Action 7 News. Yeah, Shelly, right now I'm standing in Enchantment Park, and just a few days ago you couldn't do this as this entire area was submerged underwater. 18-year-old Bo McFadden captured this video while he and his family were trying to help people near Enchantment Park.
I came over here and I saw this. The road over here was completely underwater, and I ended up going back home. I was gonna go and see if I could help any, of my friends and family that were near the incident and just all the flooding.
5.78 inches of rain dropped on Roswell Saturday night, the most ever recorded for the city in a single day since the National Weather Service started keeping data back in 1893.
There's never been any rain like this, and it was just kind of, I was just in awe when I heard about it.
And not too far from Enchantment Park, in a nearby neighborhood, TJ Scott had dreams of buying his first house.
We had just signed the purchase agreement for this house. All the paperwork was in order. We were supposed to close on this property just Thursday or Friday last week, and
when he checked on the property after the rain stopped, this is what he found: flood damage throughout the home.
we're discouraged, but we're gonna stay here.
While Scott is not ready to give up on his dreams, people in the community aren't giving up either. Instead, they're helping one another rebuild the city they all love.
Just basically help the people that maybe can't help themselves.
Now, the city did say on Facebook today that they are asking residents to place flood debris on their curb, and a truck will come and pick it up. Reporting in Roswell, Corey Howard, KOAT.